come here. Oh, come here. Hi. Mwah. He says hi. Hi. He's so cute. Mwah. Hi. Look at her. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, 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 the baby Lynn. Oh my goodness. Oh, so cute. Mwah. Also, he is the biggest of the cuddle bubbies, so yeah, she just let me cuddle on her. Oh, yeah. Are you a big snuggle baby? A big snuggle puppy? Oh. So cute. Okay, here, let me finish fixing my freaking desktop, but he's so cute. Hey guys, I'm Stitch Kitten, and today we are going to do some more Magic the Gathering mana tokens, cause I I am so hyper focused, guys, on being a goofy little nerd. That's fair. Okay. But yeah, no. We did this one last week, and this one this one making me feel some kind of way, I'll be real. I'm very excited about how this came out, so thank you, Radius, for making me do that, even though I thought it was a bad idea. Um, and here we can do sketchbook tour, cause why not? But I drew this uh while I was waiting for pizza. It's just outside down the road. So, if someone wants to try and echolocate me before I move. Oh yeah, I get to tell you guys. Guess what? I get to fucking move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo, 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 woo. I know. I'm so freaking excited, you guys. Oh, it's gonna be so nice to not be in my ex's freaking house where I still am. 'Cause, oh my God. Yeah. No, it's such a good book. I love that book. I don't even have the book. I should have the book. I just have the online version 'cause honestly, you know what? Now that I have like disposable income or whatever, maybe I should just buy a paper copy of that book. But yeah, no, it's gonna be so cool. I don't have to be here dealing with. Oh my God, she didn't pay. She doesn't pay for the freaking internet on time like every month. Like every single month. And I work online in the morning while she and everyone else is asleep. So it'll be like you know 0 100 hours on the day that the internet is actually due, and the internet just cuts, and then I will get up at 2 in the morning to try and go to work, and the internet will just be out and she's asleep. And our service provider does this thing where if you are me basically, and whoever is in charge of your internet service is not so great about being on time, um, you can push this little button that says, I'm definitely going to pay for the internet, but also can you let me just like use it for 2 hours on a temporary basis? And you can do that for like a couple of days, I think, after your service is cut off, technically. Um, but also, uh, they must have decided that we are not like good faith customers or whatever. Because this time when the internet went out, I could not do that. So I just got to miss like 5 hours of work on a whim. And also I work in a different country through like a portal. Like if there is no internet on my computer, there's no way for me to tell them that. And so I just don't show up and they get to deal with that. It's pretty annoying for everyone, I'm sure. Uh and then I don't get paid. So, yeah. The first time I like tried to deal with her about it, and then after that I was like, oh, the time after that she tried to tell me how the internet was just out randomly, and I said, well, that's funny because they let me do that thing where like the service is out and I can just like, you know, keep doing the internet. And she was like, oh, well, that's funny. Maybe they took me off auto pay, like they did that, not me. Like maybe they did something on my account. And I was like, okay, well, I guess let me know. And she just never said anything about that. So after that, I am not paying her for my whoops, for my half of the internet because I lose just as much money not going to work that long as I pay her on the freaking internet bill. So she can go ahead and not pay the bills on time, and she can also go ahead and not get my half of the money for that. Because I pay all my bills on time on purpose, like an adult. Or at least like an attempted facsimile of an adult. I don't claim that anyone actually like gets to be an adult or whatever, but I'm trying. I feel like that is not something I can say for my ex, unfortunately. Ugh, pain in my butt that I don't gotta deal with soon. I'm so excited. Oh, also, my boyfriend's like dad is the one who owns the new place officially, and he was trying to scare the crap out of me about how bad this place is because the person who lived there before me is kind of crazy. I think we've had some smaller discussions on how this person is a little bit nutso, but also like there's like one hole like this big in the floor, and like it needs new paint. There's trash in the yard. Like, sure, there's stuff that needs fixing, but it's not like the foundation is good. It's not covered in like poop. Like it smells like garbage, but it doesn't smell like mold or rot or whatever. Like I didn't have an allergy attack going in there, and I've got all sorts of allergies. So, ah, it's gonna be some work, but like they scared the crap out of me 'cause apparently, I come in looking all cute and people think that like I need things or whatever. um, but nah. It's probably actually going to be the nicest place that I've moved into so far. Like one hole, I can deal with one hole, and like some holes in the walls, but they're all drywall. Like you can put patches in them, and like the foundation boards are all clearly still there intact. There's like some problem with the roofing, but like shingles are not expensive. I can max like, even if I wanted to not deal with it at all and just like send somebody to do it, like I can pay a couple $100 and get somebody to put shingles on my roof. It's not like getting the floor replaced or anything. Like people just fix their roofs. Um I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. And we already worked out like payment stuff with our roomie. And like, it's gonna be so nice. I'm so excited. Uh, ah, okay. Sorry, here. I will draw for real, 'cause that's what you guys are here for, not to hear me like, see, maybe I love that idea. Except for we will have to see. One, some of that stuff is apparently gonna get fixed before we move in. I don't know what that's going to entail, and we have been very open about being available to help, so I don't know how much, like, it's still gonna look. Like I said, it's really not that bad. It's like trashy, but it's not like, I was expecting it to be like destroyed. Uh, no worries. Uh, yeah, I get that. I, I had kind of a day off yesterday, and then I went around and did some stuff I had to do and fed my cats and did some cleaning and stuff, and then I was just like, man, I don't want to be here for absolutely no reason right now, and I don't want to do anything, and I went and took a big old depression nap, so I nobody has to apologize to me for their brains. Y'all are good. Um, I'm just talking a lot 'cause I'm excited. I'm excited to have new space, and I'm excited to not be here, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. And yeah, that's so epic. Oh yeah, also new haircut. Here, I'll take my headset off so you guys can like see my freaking head for the one time a year, whatever, however often it is I cut my hair these days. But oh, it was so much hair. I needed to cut it. There was so much. Yeah, I guess I took my headset off for you guys like right before I cut it. Like right before I cut it just recently because of Radius's little me, but now you can update it if you want to be like, because this is like usually more like my actual haircut. Is I shave literally all of this, by the way. I have so much hair, you guys. It's crazy. I shave all of this on the underside, and then all of this is just the stuff like on the top of my head. Like legit all of this is just sitting on the top of my head. Like look, even on the back I shaved the underside this time. It looked like I cut a small animal off of my head. And I mean, it was only down to my shoulders, like, it wasn't flowing or anything, but there's so much of it. I need to learn how to thin it, because I know there's like a way you can cut instead of just shaving legit everything on the underside off. I know there's a way you can cut like layers in it to make it thinner, but Yeah, I just always like cut all of it off, like almost all of it. Like there is actually so little hair left on my head compared to uh when I started. And I think you can put photos in the replies on the subreddit. I should have it set so you can do that. If you can't, let me know, but you could just put it in your original post as a reply if you want. Because I think I have it set so everybody can do that. Sorry, I turned on the internet again and got distracted. I gotta stop doing that. But also, that's where all my references are. Okay. For this one, I know exactly what I'm gonna do because we are going to bring back an old Stitch Kitten meme for this one. I'm so excited. Hold on. We're going to what? Oh, man, you know what? I could have done the here, you know what? I'll say this one first so I don't wreck it. We're gonna do the little freaking necromancer cat from when I was doing Matt God, because he's so cute, and also he's a skull, and the other token I need is for swamps. So, sorry, my password is hard to type and I'm typing sideways. But, oh, wait, is it? Ah. See, how will anybody else get into all my stuff if I can't get into all my stuff? Wahahaha. But anyway, I was just thinking, yeah, I guess I could have done like the paladin kitty for the planes too. But that's okay. Man, maybe we'll have to redo these. These were so cute, and I'm also pretty sure I could recolor them better now. But here, put we will put him up on the screen. And let me grab him. And put him down here under the kitties. There we go. You remember this little guy? I remembered this little guy. I think he's cute. So, uh, here, let me grab my card template. I need to make like an actual card template. That would be cool. But I don't have one. I should print one. Oh my goodness, that's a good idea. Here, mods, mark that. And by that I mean I will write it down because my mod's probably not listening. But that's okay. Uh but yeah, he is a cutie. Yeah, I should 3D print a card template. That is a great idea. Because the 3D printed stencil that I have is genuinely probably one of the most used 3D printed tools that I have so far. I don't know if you guys have even seen this, but I just printed like it's a grid stencil for notes and stuff, so you can just like, you know, break stuff in your notebook into really nice sections. Um and yeah, I was using this to do my teaching notes for a while, but here, I'll show you guys. I'm an actual crazy person. So yeah, this is like a full notebook of notes on just like kids that I have taught to do like their homework and stuff, like to grade them. I have two of these now that are completely full. And after I finished this one, I realized that I bought yeah, okay. So these are completely full of notes, like top to bottom pages. Like I can't show you because they are of children and like information about them and HIPAA and all that, which is like the protection laws in the US. Like I'm not supposed to show you kid info, but also like so I have two of those that I have filled out like within a year. Um and then on top of that, when I went to go buy this last one, I was like, man, I don't have any notebooks. I'll have to go buy some more. And I write like so much that I at about the same time, so probably just like a few months ago or something, um, I also bought three other spiral notebooks, and I have not filled the other three, but put enough stuff in the other three that couldn't I wouldn't feel cool just like pivoting and putting them on uh you know or using them as my other notebook. So I write a lot, like here, hold on. If I just pull the like I have a little book organizer on my side thing. And here, let me just show you like how many freaking notebooks are over here for just like nonsense. Like just like every single one of these has a different purpose to me, and they are all being filled. Um this is for work stuff that isn't my kid job, like filling out applications and keeping track of stuff. Uh this one is the one I just filled. This is a grid notebook that I use for designs, but only for fun designs because uh I have a different notebook that's actually not even in this stack apparently that is for my actual like important designs. This one's Japanese writing practice. Um this one is a set of really nice multimedia paper that I use very sparingly. Um, this is for testing calligraphy, and this one is my definitely not my book that I'm writing because that would be a silly thing for um not a writer adult to be doing. Cough. But also, yeah, I have a lot of books apparently, that I just like write in all the time. And I also smacked the freaking camera again. I don't know how I'm so good at that. Close enough. All right. No, I actually I have been thinking about the story that I am writing for a good long while, so when I have more of it to show to you guys, I probably will, but right now it's silly and sits in my notebook and we're not going to talk about it more, but yeah, no. That's the crazy thing is I realized I did not have another notebook after I bought like 3 last time on top of that one. I was like, I actually just don't have another notebook to put kids' notes in. Um, unless I want to go again to the store and buy more. So I I decided I would just write notes on my computer finally or whatever. But it's okay. I'm getting used to it. I do like writing the notes for class on paper more because the class is on the computer. So like if I am here teaching the class, it's a lot easier for me to not look like I'm really distracted if I'm like, ah, right, as opposed to like, uh-huh, uh-huh, my keyboard's also kind of loud, so who knows, maybe I will just go back to writing my notes on paper, but for right now, I'm writing them on the computer. I'm making an attempt. I think I have saying it out loud just decided that I hate it a lot. But I tried. I tried to be nice to the paper. I don't like the workflow of it, apparently. And as a self-employed person with a ridiculous work schedule that I give myself, I kind of need my workflow to work, unfortunately. Okay. I drew a skull. I don't know what I was going for with that. I was trying to draw a cat and then I kept talking and getting distracted. I swear I took my meds today, guys. I swear. I'll drink some more coffee. Mm. Hi, Bubby. Are we gonna get another Bubby Lynn visit? Bro, it's like an hour into the stream and I have not done shiz except talk to you guys. I'm sorry. Uh, if you are here for the drawing and not for the yammering, I'm sure you are upsetty. But we will draw. Look, look, drawing. And we need a skull. Here, I'm gonna look up the icon. Because it is like... What? Me being self-deprecating? Always. I know, I'm so bad about that. I do know. Like, literally, okay. This is gonna sound a like a badly written joke because it's so freaking on the nose, guys. Um, I literally went to freaking therapy, right? Went to therapy and was like, "Oh my goodness. Here is some cards about how I think that I'm a silly goober in conversations and like here is my like as judgment free as possible, like very informational evaluation of what happened with these interactions." And I came back and my therapist was like, "So, um, you you gave me these things and you said you were being fair with everybody and you were writing them where you don't think that you're being judgmental or whatever, but it does seem like you're actually still being very judgmental with yourself." And I was like, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. So close. So, I know. It's a problem. I'm not good at it. I'm working on it. But also, yeah, I don't know. I got trained. So, yeah, the book that you're reading right now is definitely why I do this. Um, aw, that's a good, yeah. I try to do that with like my boyfriend or I used to make up just like imaginary people that I liked a lot um to use for that, cuz yeah, I have heard that one. Or uh yeah. No, I have heard, and I do really like divorcing like the person part of like it being you for tricking your brain that way. I think that's really effective. But I'm just really well trained. That book that you are reading right now that some random streamer recommended to you, um part of what it says is that when emotionally mature children have like really early on a lot of problems like figuring out why their parents are assholes basically to them, um that it makes a lot more sense as like not necessarily like a logical thing, but because kids don't have like reality basis that's founded the same uh That's okay. It's not a plot twist. They kind of put this up there pretty quick, pretty quick. If you're not there yet, I promise I'm not spoiling much. But no, it's they say like, it makes a lot of sense for kids in those situations that are smart and have emotional intelligence to try and figure out why their parents are being butts, to not come to a reasonable conclusion, and then to be small children without like a reality basis to pull from. And then instead of creating like, reasonable good ideas about why their parents might be not doing the right thing right now, they usually internalize that something is wrong with them, basically. Whatever that is. Like, for me, I just kind of think like I just kind of have like this general feeling that I suck. I like it's not really based on anything. Um and if I pick at it, right, I can be like, okay, there's not like any actual things there that make me feel like I suck other than just like I'm actually disabled and like I should give myself a break on that and I know that. Um so like it's not based in anything, but it's because my brain is so used to just being like, okay, this is happening because I suck, right? And not digging further into that because that is the point at which my brain has reached a comfortable logical conclusion as an emotionally mature child fighting with adults that don't have the same emotional maturity, right? And then now I am also an adult, but I still have like that mindset. And so I just like default into being like a small little useless bean when I have arguments with like big spooky adults. Um, and then I just generally decide that I hate myself and it's really silly, but it's almost certainly a result of really, 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 really good Pavlovian training from when I was small. So I do know, I am so aware, I am working on it, but it's like so reactionary that it's insane. Like, I would not be able to have a conversation with a person where it didn't happen at all, even one time, I don't think. Uh, even if I was being conscious about it, just because it's so reactionary to me. Like, it's if you guys have ever seen that there's a joke about like people who apologize too much and it's like haha I am sorry for being sorry and it's like that's not the point. That's me. That's literally me. Like, I am sorry for being sorry and I feel bad. And then it becomes like a loop where I actually feel bad because I can't fix the fake feeling bad. And then yada yada. So, yeah. Be nice to your kids. Um, you'll fuck them up. And I'm just trying. I'm just out here being a little bit haty of myself, like probably forever, but I'm trying. I do hate myself a lot less than I used to. Yeah. Yeah, narcissism be some shiz. But it's okay. I mean, it's not, but like, it's not anybody in particular's fault. Even the narcissists aren't doing it on purpose. That's also part of the book. It's such a good book. You'll have to tell me when you're done with it. Maybe we'll have to do like Stitch Kitten book review or something on YouTube. I need to do more just like YouTube videos for you guys since I haven't been streaming more. Or maybe, who knows, maybe when I move, I will like have better situated space and I'll stream more. But, oh no. I sorry. It's okay. They're getting covered up by the freaking accidental save. Accidental save because I am not showing off my chat anyway. But rude. All right. Here, let me put the freaking chat back. For those of you that aren't uh paying attention, the freaking bots are back, but it's okay because I forgot to move the chat when we changed Windows anyway, so you wouldn't have noticed. All right, there you go. But yeah, no, I love that book so much. No, it's actually such a good insight into narcissism because I am a big, big, big believer in the fact that nobody just like wakes up and decides to be a butt one day, right? Like there is a reason that in literature the best villains, literally the best villains, are all people that think they're doing the right thing, and that's because in real life, actual villains think that they are doing the right thing. No one can convince me that like people just pop out like wrong and broken because there are like people with psycho and sociopaths that are like their best friends because you can teach people with broken brains appropriate social structures anyway. And yeah, I don't know. It seems silly uh that you would then assume that somebody wakes up and decides to just be malicious for no reason. Like, I don't know. I don't know. That seems freaking silly to me. So, having like a really good, just like factual text-based analysis on like how narcissists interact with people in general, and then also having it right next to like the analysis on how those kinds of people typically treat their kids, like all of that all at the same place, all at the same time in the book, all at once. It's a good read. I like it a lot. and I use it like all the time when I'm talking. If I like anytime I talk about narcissists, I bring it up because it's so good as like a reference material for how narcissism works in general. Because like when people think about narcissism, right, they go, oh, that person is like full of themselves, right? Like they have a lot of pride, or they have a lot of like they're very cocky, but that's not how narcissism works, right? Narcissism doesn't give you like big random confidence. It doesn't make you like the best person on earth. It makes you the only person on earth, right? That doesn't necessarily mean you're like suddenly very cool to yourself. Doesn't necessarily mean like you're suddenly like going to decide you know better or whatever. It's going to make you suddenly decide you're the only one who knows anything, right? Like it's a different dynamic. Um like like if I'm interacting with someone who is cocky and full of themselves, and I'm disagreeing with them, right? There on like something that's opinionated, there's genuinely no point in doing that, because if it's opinionated and they are cocky and full of themselves, there is nothing I'm going to say that is going to like affect an opinion based from the person that they think is the best, right? But that's different from me disagreeing with them when they think that they are the only person, right? Like it's like disagreeing with a computer at that point, right? Like you're disagreeing with something that is fundamentally not the same as you, right? And that's how narcissism works. Not in creating this big godly figure that you are, in diminishing everybody around you to essentially like scenery characters in your book because you are the only actual character that exists. Like, it's annoying, but also like there like as a person who grew up with a narcissist, like my mom is just definitely like an undiagnosed narcissist. I know people really don't uh like me saying that because they're like, you're just being mean or whatever. But like, no, I think that's probably just true. And also, yeah, it gives me like a lot of context for things like how she can make some of the decisions that she makes, or like just my mom does and says some things that from the outside seem absolutely bonkers bananas, right? But I know for I have pretty good authority, um based on spending a lot of time with both her and in therapy, that she's probably not like an actual crazy person. Like, she probably does know some facets of reality, and she's probably not like hallucinating or schizophrenic, or I mean, sometimes that one is a little bit hard, but I'm just saying, like, as far as it is obvious, she is aware of her surroundings and faculties and all that. And The difference is that she is genuinely not capable of making like emotional decisions that involve other people where she is not the one who benefits, because if those other people aren't people, they are things in your vicinity that you are supposed to care for. It doesn't matter how much you care for those things, they are inherently lesser than you, and you will not make decisions that benefit them in the same way. And so, like I have this really vivid memory of when I was younger, and I was really excited because I won a poetry competition, and I got to go to like the state contest. And it was like a thing where if I had won the state contest, I could have gone to like a national contest and like won some money and like maybe gotten to do like some cute little freaking, child actor type stuff. And like I was really excited um because it was a recitation contest, right? Like it was like I had to memorize a poem and then go and like perform on a stage basically. And uh I was so hyped, and then my mom um told me that she was really upset that we had to go down to the big city so early in the morning because it was a few hours away. And then she spent like the whole time on the way down there basically joking, not joking, about like, well, how are you gonna get to that big old competition if you manage to win? Like, surely I'm not gonna take you across the country or whatever. And like, just making me feel bad that she even had to drive me like to the contest. Uh, and like, as a kid, I was like, oh, this is like not the right contest for me to win, or like I I should have like I should have found someone else to drive me to Phoenix uh early in the morning. And like I felt bad, like it was my fault for making her take me to the contest. And then I did really badly in the contest because I was really distracted. Um and uh yeah, like as a kid, I wanted to be like, man, that's really crappy. I suck. This was like not like clearly I should have like won something more interesting or whatever. And as an adult, I'm like, yeah, was she wasn't interested, and she also does not have the capacity to understand that I was like a small human person that she was supposed to care for, that like also needed her care emotionally, on top of just like her driving me to the thing physically. Because, you know, she could have not taken me, right? She did take me, and it was kind of last minute, so I'm sure she could have made some excuse not to take me. But she took me. She just wanted me to know how inconvenient it was that I had to get driven by her. Um, because to her, I was not a human person asking her for something important. I was just a thing over there that needed stuff, right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like because she doesn't have like the capacity to be like, "Oh, this is a person that like needs things." It's like, "Oh, man, this little freaking ball of need and a want and whatever that I have to deal with, right?" Um, and it's not even on purpose. It's not like they're intentionally belittling or degrading you or anything like that. The intention really is to just communicate with you, but they don't think that there is a you, right? There isn't a you that she needs to be worried about offending or hurting. So she just has to worry about like how you are perceiving her, right? Um, which is why they scapegoat you, right? Because if if nothing is their fault, right, then nothing can make them a bad person to you, right? It's all about like individual perception of the person because they don't have a way to evaluate you as a person. They assume you don't have a way to evaluate them as a person, right? So it's like it's like when you know that you it's like when you just don't get taught something as a kid and you go and you interact with somebody who knows that, right? Like you just you just end up on different playing fields for that issue, right? Like, if I don't know how to shave my legs and you know how to shave my legs, we might come up to each other and be like, hey, uh, this is actually how you shave your legs. And I'm gonna be like, what? You have to shave your legs? I actually just think you're a crazy person for suggesting that to me. That's silly. Because I didn't have that basis in my head for you to give me that information, right? It's the same way with narcissism. Like they don't have a basis in their brain for understanding the emotional reasoning. So if you try to be like, no, I don't think you're a bad person, I just need you to change this thing, they can't process this. It doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's because like it can't if they tried to internalize those things, they wouldn't have the emotional capacity to reason through them appropriately. And so they just don't, right? Because there isn't any reason to, because the reason that you typically do that if you're not a narcissist are things like social pressure and interpersonal understanding and communication ease, right? All things that you don't actually care about if you don't think the thing on the other side of the conversation is a person, right? Like if you are talking to a chatbot, it doesn't matter how much you care about that chatbot, you will treat that chatbot differently than if it was a person. And vice versa, if you happen to think that that chatbot is a person, you will treat them differently than if you knew they were a chatbot because your brain is a silly little machine and it makes hard comparisons no matter how much you want to say it doesn't. Everyone's a little bit racist, okay, Book of Mormon. Uh I'm just saying like, it's nobody is perfect and you will run into a point where you are going to make those kinds of misjudgments no matter how sure you are. So the fact that like they can't even do that initial evaluation makes it just like it's essentially the way that I have reframed it for myself, which I really like using with my mom, is that um it's like so they think that you are an NPC, right? Like if we're talking about like they think you are a character, right? They think you don't have real like complex backings and emotions and things because there's not a way for them to evaluate that. So, um the way that communication typically works is by getting on the same level as the person you're communicating with. And that is how it is the most effective. So, um, one of the things that I have done to reframe this for myself with my mom is to treat her like an NPC. And I do not mean to dismiss her or to decide that she is not real. I mean to understand that she doesn't have the capacity for those deep, meaningful conversations and to respond to her conversation as if there is a right answer, like a video game prompt or uh like you're playing a game. Um because that is how conversation works for them, right? It's all about individual independent evaluations of micro things, right? None of it is evaluative of the whole. If you try to call them out or if you try to find the silly secret ending, you might mess up, you might get your freaking charisma points down. um exactly, exactly, that's literally, yeah, you just have to ensure that you keep the conversations and the dialogue uh in in a frame where it's not going to affect you more than it affects them, because there is very little chance that if you are talking to a real narcissist, anything at all that you say will affect them in a meaningful way after a certain age. um like like I said, there are plenty of people with psychopathy and sociopathy, and narcissism is a psychopathy disorder, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. It's an empathy disorder. So, um, there are plenty of those people who get appropriate social context when they are able to understand it formatively, uh, and then they are fine. They are, you know, members of society that function to whatever degree they can manage. And, you know, actually, lots of psychopaths and narcissists, uh, so true. Um, but yeah, lots of psychopaths and narcissists get really good at their jobs, especially if they are in positions of social power. I think I've talked about that one before, but I'm just saying, yeah, keeping keeping it framed like she has a right thing for me to do has been so helpful for me, because usually she is looking for a very specific response, because it's that very specific response that is validating all of the things that she thinks in her, little bubble of reality where she lives. Um, and I am not inside her brain. Like, I don't live in the little bubble of reality where she is, so I don't typically have that reaction for her. But if I can try to guess what that reaction should be, I can merge whatever that reaction is supposed to be with, my actual thoughts and emotions and my being a whole person over here. Uh, and that is received really well because she has context to evaluate herself. So if I can, you know, react to her in a way that is giving her me instead of just trying to engage with her, like that, it's so much easier. It's so nice. And she has even been, kind adjacent to me. I want to say kind, but I also, yeah, I don't know how much actual empathy and all that she has, so I'm not going to say kind for real because I feel like that might be giving her a little too much credit, even if it feels nice. But she's getting a little old. She's getting a little soft and worried about dying alone, I think. And I will take it honestly, 'cause I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the reason we don't get along. Like, I was a kid for most of the time we didn't get along, and not like a bad kid. Like, I didn't like my siblings definitely have more reason for her to be upset with them generally, and they get along with her great. So, um I have I have thought before that that might be actually why we get along less well, is because of that thing where you said about scapegoating, is maybe my siblings are better scapegoats than me. Um like maybe I just should have done something bad for her to like feel okay being upset with me or some crap. Um but instead I was a goofy little bookworm, and all of the all of the things that I did that were not cool or illegal or whatever were basically because of her. So, yeah. I was probably really bad scapegoat, honestly, for her emotionally. If and that I have thought before that that might be the reason that she doesn't like me so much, which, you know, feels kind of full of myself and snarky because I'm used to thinking I suck. But also, yeah, I don't know. I think I think I want to do I like this mirroring this one over here, but I think what if I do like a big skull and then I do like a little cat on top? Cause or like sleeping underneath it or something, cuz I don't know if I like him just like drooling on the skull. Nope, you will never see it coming. That's how ADHD works. I don't know why I'm throwing stuff up at that, but we're here. We're queer and throwing gang signs on camera apparently. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I don't know anybody, I swear. I'm just a internet goober. I'm sure people have been way worse about it. Go hurt them. Ah. Okay. Okay. You're on your fight fire with fire arc. I got it. Alright, I'm gonna scooch the sketchbook. Don't look. Don't look. Scooch the sketchbook. Don't look. Don't look. Oh, I okay. Well, I do say that one sometimes, but I say we can agree that you're wrong or something like that. Uh, or we can agree that you think that or some stuff like that. Like I do that one. I do that one. But I acknowledge that I'm being snarky. Okay, that one's cute. I don't have any religious ones, but that's cute. What if instead we have like kitty in a cloak and you just see like big old eyes sticking off the skull? That one's just an ouch. See, you said like heady insults. I assumed you meant you were gonna be like using fancy words or something. I would say these are more just snarky, but they're good. I do still like them. Hey, okay, yeah, I like that better. See, I am not a fight fire with fire person to the point where it's probably bad for me. Like, I I am definitely passive to a fault with people. I used to be a very angry child and uh okay, I like that one. That one's good. I do say ignorance really is bliss, huh? I've said that one before. But no, I have said very few insults to people's actual faces, or behind their backs for that matter, 'cause I'm usually pretty decent about not saying things behind people's backs that I wouldn't say to their face. It's like an ethics thing. And yeah, I don't insult people much. I read with my finger. Hey. I have to, or I lose where I'm at on the page because my eyeballs readjust. I have to. I'm so serious. Like, or I don't, or like I'll use a ruler, like, eh. Okay, see, some of these are good and some of them are just mean. I'll be so for real. But I like that one too. Ah, excuse me, yawning and stretching like an old person. Okay. The last one I wanted to try maybe is just like, what if the skull is the cat and we just have like ears popping up like he's wearing the skull as a hat, and then he's just kind of like sat, just sitting under here. That was my third idea. So we'll see which one looks the least crappy. Okay, so are you getting these off of like a post or something? Where are you did you just like save these? Are you thinking them all up right now? What is this very long list? Is it like a subreddit or something? Gotcha. Fair. Okay, wait. Cat, cat with the skull on his head might be very cute. I like both of these. Hmm. Oh, hi, little mama. Such a tiny cutie. She's so little. Her and Hercules are so tiny still, you guys. Here, I'll, she's gonna complain, but I'm gonna pick her up and show you anyway. Little mama, come here. Oh, come here. Hi, hi, tiny baby. Oh, yeah, she doesn't. Okay, okay. I love you. Sorry. Pet you. I'll pet you. You wanna come back? Come on, come say hi. Come say hi. Oh, Mama. Hi. Hi. She's so tiny. Yeah, tiny Mama. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't want to get picked up, huh? No, you want to go back down. Okay, I love you. Yeah, her and her little baby boy are so tiny. Hercules, also teeny tiny. I I mean they're like almost a year old now, so they're not getting any bigger. And Mocha was mom, so she's just bitty. They're so cute. Okay. They are so stinking cute, you guys. I love them so much. Also, Radius can totally keep spamming the chat with freaking things while I'm gone. But I am gonna go stretch my freaking old guy back because it's giving me conniptions. And I want to do the rest of these tokens for you guys. So we'll see which ones you like while I'm gone. Stare at them, internalize them into your soul, and tell me which one is your favorite. Uh, I like that one too. That's a good one. All right, and they'll be bigger while I'm gone anyway. So I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna go stretch and we will draw some more cats. And maybe I'll bring Hercules back if he wants to come with me. I don't know where he's at. But maybe we'll see if he wants to come be a tiny baby on the camera. Alright, I'll be back in a bit, guys. See ya! Thank you for being epic. All of that jazz. Loves. Oh my goodness, they just keep coming. Okay, hold on. Let me read some of these while I get sat down. Oh crap, I left my headset in the kitchen. Hold up. Okay, okay. Okay. We you don't need to just fill the chats with insult the whole time. I'm going to kibosh it. Kibosh the insults. It was funny though. It was a good bit. Good bit. Big meme. Haha, funny. Okay. Look at we got a baby lamb. Hercules is sleeping, but we got a baby lamb. Hi, Voidland. Isn't the Voidland so cute? I love her. I love them all. How are they all so sweet? The baby. She is definitely the babyest of the baby. Okay, one more. Send your best one. But if we keep doing insults, we're gonna be putting out too much negativity today, I think. Alright. And I'm gonna turn the sketchbook, so don't look. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. I like that one. Oh, bye, baby. She's so cute. Oh, mama. Oh, guys, I need to move. Not just because it's my freaking ex's house, because the neighbors just make more cats. I feel so bad. Like, there was a pair of tiny little baby kittens just like outside in the rain, crying. Like, that's how I got these in the first place. It's so sad. How? How do they just keep making more cats? Yeah. Yep. They all come in. They're all mine. They're not going nowhere. I love them too much. They are mine now. No one can take them from me. I was gonna be dramatic over leaving them behind. I'll be so for real. Um, Thankfully it's not coming to that. But yeah, no, they're coming with me. The babies are gonna get like so set up. There's a porch at the new place. Yeah, nah. No, 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 no. Here, hold on. Let me just like grab some random nonsense I don't care about. Okay, well, not that I don't care about this one, but it's a cheap old Duskmorn card and I can ah, don't tell anybody. But yeah, no, I will not be leaving cats with the crazy lady. I will be the crazy lady for taking them with me. But that's okay. See, I didn't even make it that bad. The magic girlies are crying right now because I'm crying, but also it's fine. But nah. No, I decided like a while ago that like pretty much when we broke up, one of the things that she said was like that I should take whichever cats I want because she, quote, doesn't care. And I took that very seriously because I think that, maybe I'm biased or whatever, but I think, it's kind of important that living things have, care or whatever. So, after she said that, I was like, okay, well, they're all coming with me then because I want them to have care. And if you don't, like, that seems unfair to them. And she was like, fine, take them. I don't care. And that was the end of that conversation forever ago. And as far as I know, other than my big fluff bubby really misses her and it makes me feel bad, uh, I don't have any reason to leave them with her. So I'm not going to. But yeah, I would also be very worried if they were going to stay here with her, which is why they are not. And yeah, I'm way too attached to all these little fluffball suckers for me to like dump them in a shelter or anything, because I don't even think there are any no-kill shelters for cats around here that aren't just like little like there is a cat shelter that I have done a little bit of work with to for when my cat was pregnant, and they are great, but they're also like not funded well, because they work with people like me who are in uh you know financial straits, and then they also are just like really good about making sure that cats and people and things get what they need. And yeah, so but they're also like a really, really small. Yeah, no, like it it is actually a little bit crazy how fast it went from being just like, yeah. But uh it did make it easier to just be like, okay, I'm gonna listen to you then and just leave, because this is ridiculous. But also, yeah, no, there's not like a place I would leave them, and I have had people say they are going to take the pair of them, like different pairs of them a couple of times, and nobody has. So, yep, I'm deciding that they're stuck with me. Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But also, like, what am I supposed to do? They're cute little guys. I'm not gonna just ditch them. Like, if I really had to, I don't even know, like, if I could anyway, because I have too much empathy instead of not enough, which is also apparently like a autism ADHD thing, but Yeah. The cats aren't going nowhere. We will see the cat cameos in the new place, and there's a big, nice porch that the person who owns the house won't be a picky old lady about, and I can maybe like give them some space to run around outside for real. Ah, I'm so excited, guys. Oh, and uh the person who's gonna move in with me, um no, I have an inappropriate like empathy problem. Like um I have a I have a problem throwing things away once I've had them for a certain amount of time because it feels like they like I like humanize objects after I've owned them for a certain period of time, and it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be like serious things. It can be like silly crap. Like I have like compression gloves I don't want to throw out even though they smell like copper and gross, and because they're just like they're my compression gloves. They're mine. I wore them for so long. What if I need them? I couldn't put them in the trash and they go to like the landfill. No. Or like anytime I see like I'll see like roadkill and be like, "Oh, poor bunny or whatever," and like poor snake. Like it's like dead skeletons on the road, and I'm like, "Oh, poor fluffy animal." Like I have a problem. It's an inappropriate amount of empathy, and yeah, I just can't turn it on myself because of training. Very, 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 very established Pavlovian training. Oh, sorry, I'm moving the sketchbook out of habit. I didn't actually mean to. I was just, I was gonna choke up on it to measure stuff, but I don't have to do that. And excuse me, I woke up with like a huge frog in my throat. I don't know what that's about. I hope I'm not sick, but I also like I don't know. I've been sleeping a lot and I haven't really been outside, so I don't know how I'd be sick. Oh, yeah. There was one of those down the street from me on my walk, and I was like, oh, I just like I just like couldn't stop looking at it because you felt bad. And that's not good for you. It's not appropriate amounts of empathy. Feeling bad doesn't do anything in that scenario and you just shouldn't. And I know that. I have been to plenty of therapy. I have autism problems though. But yeah, no, it's not like it isn't. There is like some hierarchy of needs stuff there, but that's the Pavlov stuff that I was talking about. For real, like I do have just like an inappropriate, like I had this shirt, okay, I had this shirt, I called it the pirate shirt. It was just like a nice cotton shirt that I had for a really long time. I probably told you guys about this on stream when it happened because I was upset. The pirate shirt got a little hole in it, and I was so sad. I was like, oh no, the pirate shirt. I'm gonna have to throw away the pirate shirt because it was like, I say a little hole, but it was like the fifth or sixth or whatever dozenth little hole around like a big hole. It was like it was the fabric was falling apart. It was not worth wearing anymore. I probably shouldn't have worn it like even that long, but I really liked that shirt. I genuinely had to like not not only did I straight up cry like really hard throwing that away, I had to get somebody else to throw it out for me because I just like freaking couldn't. I was like, nah, nah, the pirate shirt, I just can't see the pirate shirt in the trash. That's gonna be too much for me. This freaking cotton shirt. Just like seeing it in the trash is gonna suck, and I don't want to. So, like, I'm just really good at being inappropriate about my emotional attachments to things in general. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or like I can't play Animal Crossing like ever again, probably, because they have that freaking message when you log back in that tells you exactly how much you've been away, and then all of your freaking like guys or whatever are like sad. They like emotionally bait you into playing the game. They're like, no, you haven't been around in 4 months and 63 days or whatever, 4 years and 3 months and 2 days, or uh, and we were just thinking, if you're not interested in us, maybe we can go somewhere else. Ooh woo. And it's like, bro, this is a video game. I have stuff to do. Like, I get that they're still supposed to be, like, there or whatever, but do you gotta it's like if your Minecraft dog, like, whined at you about how long you've been gone every time you came in to see him, like, you would not want to go see him. It's like, like, when people don't talk for a long time, and then it has gone on long enough that they decide that they're just not going to talk, like ever, because whatever was initially a small not talking has become a big not talking and nobody wants to say anything about it. It's like that, the video game. It's like, bro, I do not need to log into Animal Crossing to just feel bad about not having enough time to play Animal Crossing, like, and have all of my little cute, like, friends, like, not, yeah, yeah, nah, just nah, just nah, not doing it. No thanks. Um, make me sad. Oh, okay, well, how about I just go watch that one? Because I do actually like Black Mirror, and I haven't seen like a lot of the new stuff. I've been looking for something like fun adjacent to watch because I've been out of TV, so I might just watch that. How about that? Don't spoil it. Don't spoil that one. Usually I don't care about the spoilers, but that one I might watch. Okay. Um, I think I decided that the little cat sitting on top of the skull was gonna look nicer as like a card. Even though the cat inside the skull is cute. I think as like a mana symbol card, the cat on top of it is gonna look nicer. So we're gonna do like that. Little mushroom top almost. Well, if you guys will remember, my gram died kind of recently, so I might take that back and watch that in the future. We'll see. Because I might not be either. But maybe, actually, maybe the army wants to watch Black Mirror with me. I bet he would like Black Mirror. Sorry, I'm like trying to make sure that the symbol looks like the symbol, you know? This is the part where I have to be lore accurate or whatever. Or I die, I explode into a million pieces because the magic doesn't happen right. There we go. That's pretty cute. Alright, and then we need that. Oh, it's so cute. I think I want to make this a little bit wider so he looks less angry. Uh, Probably, but it's like I said, it's been a minute. You'd have to give me a second to think. I really like the one where they like hyperbolize attention markets. I don't I don't know what that one's called, but it's like you your attention is like physical currency, like a digital coin almost, and you can like use like your attention to like buy like time on the subway or whatever. Um and there was a lot of like really good commentary on like social marketing and like your thoughts being your own and stuff like that. And like where information comes from in the first place. It was a good episode. I liked that one. I do not remember what it was called because I'm really bad at names. Um or or I really liked the one where it was like almost a reverse Black Mirror episode. It was like some guy had like I think it was maybe even like the first season or something. Actually, oh my god, no, I'm not thinking of. Okay, sorry. I'm mixing up Black Mirror and Love, Death and Robots in my brain. The first one is a Black Mirror episode that I like, but the thing I was about to explain is a Love, Death and Robots episode. Love, Death and Robots is also really good. If you haven't seen it, it's got big Black Mirror vibes, also on Netflix. Um, a little bit more like storytelling and dramatic than Black Mirror. Like Black Mirror, I think relies a lot on psyche and like drama, you know. Love, Death and Robots not to the same degree, but they also like explore a lot of the same themes and there's a lot of the same kind of like stuff is good. Uh yeah, it's really good. I I would recommend that one if we're trading uh if we're trading recommendations or whatever, that would be mine back. Jeez, there are so many seasons now, huh? Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even remember this one. I loved that episode from the first season. It was like the third episode ever, and it was the memories one where here I was just looking at it. Let me tell you what it's called. It's called The Entire History of You. And it was where they had created a memory implant in your brain, uh, which was really funny because I'm almost certain that was around the same time that Meta was talking about doing something really similar, and it was about how uh typically, you know, as a human person, you forget things, right? Things become less clear over time. You have the capacity to forgive because, you know, you don't have to remember constantly all the time and like exploring the idea of what if that was like voluntary, and like what if you didn't have to remember everything all the time, but you could remember everything that you did want to remember like perfectly, and like basically create your own version of like truth through selective memory processing. And like it was really good. I liked that one. um that was a really good exploration of like what is a human, I think. uh I think Black Mirror does a really good job. Just like, I think Love, Death and Robots and Black Mirror, I think that's where I think that they have the most in common, is they do really good job about exploring like the facets of what being a human person actually like means, especially alongside the kind of technology we have in modern day. Uh, cause yeah, it's a little spooky out here sometimes, and you don't have to extrapolate a whole lot to see how stuff could be spookier, you know? Um, I think both of those shows do a good job about that. I also think I made this crease way too deep on the freaking skull. But yeah, Love, Death, and Robots, and also Black Mirror. Those are both super good shows about just like the human psyche and like, you know, being a whole person. Cause it's a little weird being a whole person when the machines are about, especially when it's not typically, just regular old you and me that gets to decide how we interact with those machines. It's a little weird for all of us. I think those shows do a really good job explaining that. Just like visually and like giving you stuff to talk and think about. Like, not, I won't spoil it cuz I don't want to say like what happens or whatever. Um but I'll say like the basis of the Love, Death and Robots episode that I think is my favorite is um there's like essentially like a VR set that they have ingrained into these like genetically built machine animal things that can like feel, and you can feel them too. And it's like, but it's like battle bots. You like send them out to kill each other for entertainment. That one is so good. I don't remember how far into Love, Death, and Robots that one is, but that one is my favorite when you get there. And like I said, it's like battle bots, but with organisms, so it is a very visceral episode. If you are not into things that are like dramatic visually, maybe not for you. But I really like that episode. Excuse my freaking text not being so clean. I may fix it. I may leave it disgusting. We'll see. But yeah, especially if you like anthology stuff, like, I mean, there are definitely different, like, I think Love, Death, and Robots is more varied in its storytelling than Black Mirror. Like, Black Mirror is better about, like, and maybe that's just because it's live action, it's easier to stay together, cohesive on theme. But, yeah, I think Love, Death, and Robots goes off in different directions more than Black Mirror does. I think that's probably the big difference between the two as like stories. But I do really like both of them. Okay, this little guy is so cute. Just sitting, doing a little loaf. And we'll give him big purple eyes. Oh, excuse me while I do an old man stretch. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I loved that one. I thought when I saw that one, I thought of you guys seen I don't know if you guys have seen these, but there are these silly I haven't even played TF2, but there are these silly little TF2 videos that are like meet the medic, meet this and the one that is like meet the pyro uh is a guy wearing like a gas mask and then everything he sees is like rainbows and crap, but he's actually just like burning the house down. Um and that gave me such that vibes. Like it was so good. I do know which episode you're talking about. That was a good one too. I like Black Mirror. Black Mirror is just a good show. Uh, I have not watched much in a while, but maybe I will have to watch some more. And ta-da! All right. I think. Okay, guys. What if I'm a crazy person today? I mean, the worst that can happen is it sucks, right? So maybe I'm a crazy person today, and we are gonna color this with freaking watercolors. What? I don't know. I just if it feels like a watercolor thing in my head. Sure. Like I appreciate the confidence, but it's only the one of us that's got it. Hold on, let me find my freaking eraser and stuff. I won't go on BRB so I can like yell across the room at you guys, but I have to find my freaking art supplies. But yeah, uh those are good shows. Good shows for real. Where in the heck is my eraser? Bruh. How do I always be losing things? Oh, it's over here. So many. I have so many freaking art supplies. Where are my watercolors? Ah! Okay, I found them. Okay. Um, I think I've literally never used these even one time. Let's try together about how many unused, like actual branded watercolor brushes I have that are just not. Yep. Excuse me. Anyway, I also have, I think I have used this, but not much, clearly. Um, this cute little, it's literally like a travel palette. It has like everything for me to just like do the whole palette right here. I don't have to do crap. It's so convenient. I just um haven't used it because I'm really cool. No, it's literally like set up so that this part can be like your easel. Like it's got like an adjustable hinge and like this is sunk and has like a little tab at the bottom. Yeah, it's really nice and my grandpa bought it for me 'cause he thought I was gonna use it and I thought I was gonna use it, so I bought all these brushes. And I think I have used it 2 times, maybe three. I'm gonna get some water for my freaking watercolors. Yeah, it's really nice, honestly. I just, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't use them. Oh, you know what? I literally have a spray bottle that I bought for this that's just sitting in the kitchen because I never used it. Okay, this might be terrible. Um, I'm gonna turn the freaking mic off because I don't want you guys to have to listen to me moving dishes. I don't know if the clanking and crap is gonna come through or not, but I will return momentarily with water. Ah, cry, 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 cry. It's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is done, done, done. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, feel better, Stitches. I will try to remember to put this and the other token up on the Reddit, cause uh yeah, I do think I actually want to probably like, you know, use them, but like I don't want to I don't want to use them like as is out of my sketchbook. They look a little unfinished. But yeah, feel better, peoples. Take care of yourselves. Put your gas mask on first and all that always. So yeah, ain't bothering me. But hope to see you. And I'm still here for a bit. Let me finish grabbing my water. Okay. Cute little squirt bottle. I'm gonna squirt my paints. And give me just a sec. We will erase these guidelines lightly anyway, but you still not be able to see them on the camera. So say goodbye to Swamp Cat for just a second. He's so cute. Okay. Hopefully the watercolors come out kind of nice. I think that if I knew how to use watercolors, this would be like a big no-brainer. Um, but I'm a little bit stupid. So we'll see how stupid. Can I make the watercolor magic card look pretty? That is the question. That was genuinely not an intended pun, but it was kind of perfect, huh? Pretty perfect. Pretty perfect. I'm having a stroke. Oh, crap. And apparently bending my sketchbook paper. Don't mind me. Alright. I think for the most part that's good. I mean, it's gonna be a hopefully a darker watercolor piece anyway, so maybe it's fine. Like I said, I can see it a lot more in person than you guys can on the camera, so It is definitely still here. I must have been digging in a little bit with my pencil, but that's okay. All right. Let's see. I think for the back, I'm gonna take I don't actually know if this is a watercolor brush. It does not say. All of the other ones directly say, so I'm going to skip using that one. Sorry. If someone wants to call me out later and be like, "Oh my god, that was like the bestest watercolor brush ever. How could you not know?" Uh, sorry. You can consider me informed after that, but I didn't know. And yeah, I'm gonna just over here on the side mix up. Cause see here, I guess I can try to like hold it so you guys can see what I'm doing for just a second. Um, but yeah, this little palette on the side here is actually just for mixing colors. Like it lets you just like have some space because people don't realize like uh ah, oh no. How do I always bump the freaking camera? I need to get a better camera. That's how. But shh. We'll fix it eventually. I'm sorry. Anyway, was gonna say that people don't really realize that you can mix watercolors before you put them on the page. Uh, but it's one of those things that actually does make them look a lot nicer if you do it. Um, and I think people just don't realize it because it's easy to not do. Like, it's easy to just put down the colors. I'm sorry, I'm moving the sketchbook so much. I'll stop in a second. I think that's fine. Um, but yeah, it's easy not to just freaking put the sketchbook on and uh sorry, it's easy to just put the sketchbook on and not worry about it. But if you do that, then you don't know what your colors are gonna look like until you have them already on your piece and you can't do anything about it. Whereas right now, see, I have a cute little blue and I can take my cute little blue and water it down even more on my page. And this is the part where I remember I should put paper behind here. Scratch paper. Found some. That was my chair. I swear. Bro, I need a new chair. This thing's dying. But it's okay. How do I have a cat hair in my watercolor? There is no cat. Probably off of me, honestly. I bet this sweater is covered in cat hair and it's just like a sweater so you can't tell very much. Alright. I think I want to do like a very light green blue wash behind my guy. So we're gonna pull just like a little water around here. And add. Boop. Okay, that's not terrible. I kind of did it. And I just want it to be really, really thin. So I'm gonna try and just pull this pigment out as far as I can. Yeah, look at that. Oh shoot, it's so light you can barely see it on the camera even. Man, new studio will have camera upgrades because clearly I need them. And then I want to do the same color plus some purple. Sorry if you see me like peeling crap off my brush, it's definitely cat hair. Alright, and gonna downsize my brush just a bit. Okay. I don't feel like I'm screwing this up yet. I'm not gonna knock on wood, because again, that has really not worked for me. But, but that's not bad. Look at that. I'm kind of doing the watercolors, I think. And drag this out here. Okay. I genuinely thought I was gonna mess this up a lot faster. So now I'm worried that I might have to like try or whatever. Because this is looking kind of nice, don't you think? I think so. If I could stop hitting the freaking camera. Sorry about that, guys. Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you the other cool thing about new art space. Um, so the army had this really great idea where um the person that I am gonna offer our extra space to in the new place has or that I have offered the extra space to in the new place has like also done lots of fun artsy stuff, and they they are very, very, very interested in maybe sharing some cute little art space with me so we can like body double and do art stuff like together. And that sounds so cool. I'm very excited for that. Alright, and now I think I'm gonna come in here with this little teeny brush and try to do like some really dark, just like outline where the symbol is, you know? I really did think I was gonna be a lot worse at this, guys. That is probably a big part of the reason that I haven't done it more is uh yeah, I am really good at having art supplies that I think are like too good for me, basically. Like, I'm a goofy little goober and I uh I'm gonna like mess them up or something, even though they're mine, you know? Like, who else is gonna mess them up? Nobody. They are mine to mess up if I please. But, oh well. We are learning. And on that note, I think they look really clean. Maybe I'll do some more. And then I'm gonna like bloom this. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just kind of coming through and picking up pigment in the middle where I think it's a little too dark and trying to like squish it around. And clearly I overdid this one a little, but we're trying to fix it. Like I said, I think I have genuinely used these like twice. So the fact that it's not coming out like doo-doo garbage, I'm gonna take that. But also maybe I do need to fade a little bit more pigment back in on the side here. Or you know what? Maybe this is what Q-tips are for. Hold on. I have seen people do this with their watercolors is pick up the freaking pigment and water with Q-tips. So, give me just a second. I'm gonna go grab my big baby is sleeping in the window. Well, one of my big babies. Not the big baby, but like the big drama baby. Okay, see? That did actually clean it up, I think. And then if I just like re-add this over here and let it bloom back in just a little, not so dramatically. Yeah. Like, it definitely doesn't look as nice as the other one, but it's not bad. I'm having such big, huge deja vu right now, you guys. I don't know why. Does that ever happen to you guys? Sometimes I like very, very, very swear that I've like imagined what's happening right now or whatever. Like, it's like super strong deja vu. And I mean, I'm sure that's all that it is. Like, what else would it be? What? I'm psychic. I'm kidding. Um, but like, no, I do get like super strong deja vu. Deja vu? I gotta stop like freaking doing that. I haven't seen any like copyright problems from the VODs from me doing that yet. But I'm guessing that's a yet. Cause I gotta stop that. Okay. But for real though, looking pretty good. Like I was not confident about doing this if you could not tell. But I don't think it's going half bad. Like the eyeball's a little rough, but I don't know that it matters a ton. And I can maybe clean it up still a little. It's pretty cute. I'll be real. I like it a lot. I don't know about y'all, but I'm digging it. Okay, and then I'm gonna use this like green, purple, blue color that I've had mixed up over here to do the cloak. And swoop, that cute. I think that's freaking cute, guys. I'm also not usually like steady-handed, and I guess I forgot that paintbrushes uh fix that for you so hard. Like for people that have never used like physical paintbrushes uh and have used like mostly and or exclusively digital ones, um physical paintbrushes do like a lot of correction for you. Just like with your strokes and everything, if you hold them correctly, because they are built to do that. Um, so yeah, I can be a wiggly wobbly little goober, and as long as I hold my paintbrush correctly and I take a deep breath, for the most part, I can get some pretty decent lines and colors and spaces and stuff, and I can keep being a wobbly little goober. It's like autocorrect in real life. And clearly, not all paintbrushes have this, and some paintbrushes are built better than others. But this one is clearly helping me not be a wobbly goober today. Because besides that one wonky eye, I haven't done a ton that looks wonky, I don't think. Here. I'm gonna re-wet some of my paints because they're a little dry. Just a second. Ooh, spooky. I should have let that dry a little more, but honestly, it's kind of a vibe. So I'm just gonna do it over here too. Spooky. It honestly does give very big Magic the Gathering vibes. There are so many people where like the magic like consumes them or whatever, and they have like the big spooky corruption eyes like that. And honestly, kind of looking like a raccoon, but I'm not like not for that. And I'm gonna give him a little dramatic, like freaking eyeball lines. And I'm trying to leave just like a little tiny sliver of white in the eyes. Ta-da! And I still want to give him a little woo kitty mouth.
Oh, look at him. He's so stinking cute.
Okay, I kind of love this, guys. You guys like him? I like him a lot.
He's so stinking cute.
I'm just making it look freaking dramatic now for drama purposes. Or attempting to, anyway. You guys will have to let me know if it looks dramatic. Like I said, not a watercolor expert, but uh literally even a joking definition of the word. So if you guys want to come at me about how I don't know how to use my watercolors, please do. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Not the worst straight lines in all of history. Certainly. Okay. So clearly my paint lettering can use some work. A lot of work. We're gonna move on from that, cause youch. But you know, up until that point, the card looked good. Up until that point, if you want to argue with me, I'll argue back. But now, yeah, the lettering is a little wonky. Excuse me using the paintbrush that hides my little freaking handshakes less. I just got anxiety. It's really cool, so go ahead and point it out and it will be very epic. Ah! That was so bad. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. That was like nasty bad. Sorry. I must have stopped paying attention for a second on accident because I was being mean to myself. Frick. Don't you hate it when people are right? Me too. It's always me. But I hate it anyway. Haha. Just kidding. Sorry, I'm being like, I was excited earlier and I'm still excited and I still want to be like super freaking up bubbly for you guys, but I'm getting like super focused on doing these little details. It's taken up so much of my brain to not mess up. Whoop. Okay. Yay. And I already messed up the lettering, so like if we mess up the lettering again, what? I'm gonna explode twice. Nah. Alright.
How come my... You know what? Never mind. I... I, I should paint more, probably. I used to paint a lot. But, then I grew up. Haha. Had lots of shit to do. Painting is kind of like... what did... I heard somebody say it's a freaking... Ah, damn. I don't even remember. Somebody said it was like expensive in a way that meant like it takes a lot of stuff to like set up and uh set up and do, and like by the time you're set up to do it, like you've already spent a lot of time, so that it ends up being kind of a commitment and you don't do it as much. That is what happened to me in painting when I uh, like went to college and shiz, and I just haven't really gotten back into it for real. Like, you guys have seen me do most of the painting that I have done since I got out of college, probably. So, yeah, maybe I should just paint more. Painting is cool. It's not like I don't like doing it, it's just I'm bad at relaxing, you guys. That's the big thing. I am always like, haha, everything has to happen right now, and if it doesn't, I'm being lazy. If I'm not like doing something, I'm being lazy. And that makes it really, really hard for me to be good at relaxing. But I try. You guys are my attempt at relaxing regularly, once a week. Sit down, do some art with other goobers on the internet, even if you don't show up, you know? It's scheduled. I have to be here, and you guys can show up later if you want. Or not, but like, it really is kind of just for me to do art, because I think that's important for me. And then if you guys want to show up and hang out, that is also really cool. And sometimes I miss it because, life or whatever. But I do think it's cool and important for me, and hopefully I get to do it for a really long time because you guys are epic. And it's crazy that I just like accidentally built such a cute little like non-toxic little bubble, you know? There aren't that many of those here on the interwebs. So thank y'all for being so cool, so epic all the time. Alright. And Lil Loco. Oh yeah, if you didn't see this last time, I made this up kind of on the spot, but also it's the Stitch Kitten magic token symbol now. I've decided it's just like a cat with one big long whisker sticking out each side. A little bit like, it looks a little bit like a goat head or something. It's cute. I'm not doing it justice here. Hold on. I'll do like a better version off to the side. So it's supposed to be like, little cat, big long whisker. And then it's all in silhouette. So see, like I said, it did not do it justice down here. But yeah, if you want to reference the Stitch Kitten magic set for some reason, that's the symbol now, I've decided. Alright, let me put my little freaking artist tag down here at the bottom and I'll let you guys go and get on with your days and all that. Because it sounds like people are having a week. But I do appreciate people that join me for however long and for whatever. Because, yeah, I like you guys. And ta-da! Here we'll do a little freaking copyright symbol. Because, we gotta have a copyright symbol. Otherwise, how will they know it's mine? And I know my numbers are terrible. I'm so sorry. I freaked up the first one and now I don't care. So now I'm just doing them like really quick and crappy. But I promise if I redo these and show them off later, they will have better freaking dates.
Okay, that's pretty freaking cute. I like it. I was really worried that I somehow didn't understand how watercolors worked, which, they're they're weird. There's definitely a learning curve, but also like I was worried I was gonna be like confused. I don't think that's gonna be a problem. So, I mean, unless I decide I need to like copy somebody's art style and I get like hung up on some little freaking watercolor thing that they're doing that I can't figure out. Uh like I'm feeling pretty good about that as just like a little dabble, as Jezza would say. A little dabble and dive. Like it's so good. And if anybody is wondering, the brushes that I'm using right now that are brand new are all, I think all of them are the same. Yeah, they're all the Princeton Aqua Elites. Um I did not buy these recently for people that are going to look these up and go, what do you mean you're poor? You buy stupid nonsense. I bought these while I was in college and it was more acceptable for me to be buying stupid nonsense. Not by much, but it was. And so yeah, just as a disclaimer, I don't know how much these are now, but when I bought them, I did spend like some ooh woo cute little money on myself. Uh And yeah, then the other one that I'm using, this really nice, cute little travel case. It's got like a little hook on the back for you to put your finger in there, like a pop socket, but like for your water palette. And then you open it up, and it's got immediately on top as like a dust cover is the palette, which is really nice because as you can see, I'm about to put it away with like some wet freaking paints. So, there is a good chance that if this was like just a plastic top, like with not this on top of it, um, that while it's drying, dust comes in here and settles not on this, but on the paints, and then you get murky little dusty colors. But that helps that not do that. And then, yeah, like I said, it's got this little like adjustable hinge that like it doesn't click into place or anything, but it does have like, you know, it clicks right here so that you can't bend it all the way back, and this will remain, flexible. So if I was painting on like some little cards or sheets or something, I would just need this basically. Um, it's got some little freaking sponges that you can see I have destroyed over the few times that I've used this, and maybe while I'm being nice and thinking about it, I will clean up the plastic part of my palette just a little. Um, Not that that's even necessary, and honestly, I'm making it worse. Where's my Q-tip? But yeah, uh, and if you do end up going to clean your plastic,
Be careful not to be a dummy like me and spread the paint further, like into other cups or stuff like that. No reason to say that specifically, but like, don't be a dummy like me, that's all. I'm a dummy, you guys, and sometimes the ADHD, it gets me. Gets me real good, and that stink. But we are out here, we are trying, we are doing our best. Anyway, I'm just letting you guys watch me clean my freaking paints now. I will sign off. But look at the little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. Ah, I love him. I don't even know which one I like more. Like this or the freaking plains cat. Like, okay. It is basically dry. I was trying to check if there was some water spots or stuff where that was gonna pick up if I tried to show you guys plains cat again. But I think it's dry enough, so like, all right, we have this one, and then this one. Oh my god, they're so cute. And hold on, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. It might like freak out my camera for a second. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but sometimes it freaks out my camera. All right, and then here I'm gonna swap him for the necro cat so that we can look at both of them. Okay, and oh, look at they're so good. Oh my goodness. I love them. I love them so much. I didn't realize I did different orders. Crap. Well, uh I like the plains one better, so the plains one will be the one that we do for the record. Um like the little style of icon at the bottom because I want that to be the same on both my tokens. Uh But other than that, oh my gosh, they're so cute, you guys. Ah, I love them. I love them so much. I'm gonna take a screenshot of me sitting here being cute. Hold on. That should be like the freaking thumbnail. Uh, if Twitch doesn't like auto pick that as my thumbnail, like I sat here and made a face for you. You know how auto freaking picking things works. Come on, Twitch. You got this. Anyway, they're so cute. I love these so much, you guys. I hope you guys love them too, and I hope you guys are feeling as inspired as me to go and make stuff for yourself or people or fun. Nonsense. Nonsense is cool sometimes. I was not gonna do these because I was like, haha, like what? I'm gonna like make tokens or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, sure. Uh-huh. But like they're so cute. You know what, you guys? Okay. Okay, if I don't do this, uh on my own hyperfixation time, this is totally an idea for the future is um I think I showed you guys that I got like some stuff to make stamps. I don't know if I ever showed you guys that I actually like made a little stamp. Uh, it's pretty cute, right? Okay, it's lino sheet and then a little piece of hot glue that I melted onto the back and that I stuck some cardboard in and wrapped little rubber bands around, but it looks really good. And where's my stamp pad? Putcha, 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 putcha. Like, that's pretty good, right? I mean, here, I'll stamp my stamp pad really good. And putcha, 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 putcha. Like, that's a pretty clean stamp, right? Like, you can tell even when it's fading what it is. It just. And I did it! I made it all by myself, by hand and everything. I'm so cool, guys. Somebody should pay me money so that I can feel comfortable being cool in public and stuff and like forever. Ah, but hopefully, eventually, that will be what you guys are for when there are more of you with disposable income I feel okay stealing. Anyway, I appreciate the heck out of all of you guys, though, and all of your numbers are free to you and help me out right here on the cute little algorithm of the internet. So I do appreciate you guys in whatever forms you are in today or yesterday or next week if you're watching this later on YouTube. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Keep being special little goobers. Keep, you know, being the stitches, holding it all together. Keep your gas mask on. Help yourself with your gas mask before you help anybody else with theirs. There's a reason they say it on the airplanes. And I hope you guys all have a lovely, wonderful week. And thank you. And I will see you in the very next video.